Could this be the best Morigesh build out there? I'm not exactly sure, but it works really well with my playstyle and how I play Paragon, and this does pack a punch indeed. Welcome mates, I'm Bloodthirsty Lord by You Can Call Me Lordy, and we're back on Paragon on the homepage in queue, waiting for this game. It's been going on for 70 minutes in queue. That's nothing too crazy, but we're waiting for the game to start. I can't wait for it. But I'll go quickly through my build. It might be a couple of minutes or even more, but we go through this build and explain every component of it. Looks like just 4 people just left instantly. Oh well, that sucks. Australian servers. Let's try and get to this build as quick as possible and showcase how good this build is. And also got that little shock-faced emoji type thing going there because, oh my god guys, this build is disgusting in my opinion, and I can use this build in certain ways in order to reach my end goal. Starting off with our prime card being this card right here, which gives us the 30 power increase, followed by all these unique passives that you can see right now on your screen. Then also we have 2 cast tokens, health pot, and a blink charm. The blink charm is an optional card that I can use in my deck in early to mid game, but when it comes to end game, I want to try to get rid of this card because it doesn't really prove its use to me in the end game. I don't want to use that. I'm all about damage. Even though we got some health cards in here, it does help out in the mid to early game to escape all those bad situations that people are just trying to jump you. But in the end game, if someone jumps you, you're pretty much going to instantly delete no matter what, so there's no point in having a blink charm. That's in my opinion. So health pot for early sustain, cast tokens for that early damage. Then we have a couple of duplicates here right now. We have 3 adamant edges, as you can see, this one being the early game item, with the adamant edge providing the initial stacks of 6 power, 50 health, and 12 power upgrade bonus with 2 minor cast and 1 lesser health, as you can see, as the upgrades. And then we do have 2 wards in this deck. Depending on who I'm versing in my lane, if I'm more of a power increase, I go for the Sage ward, which obviously gives us a full upgrade bonus of power. If I want more health increase, then I'll go with the Guardian's ward, as you can see, with the full upgrade bonus of 50 HP. This will always be my first or second item to build in this match or person I'm against straight away. So be that admin edge, depending on how good I am and how cocky I am. But if I need vision, I'll go one of these items and then obviously keep going on from there. So I get those 2 items done, that one or this or that ward, depending on the situation. Then I can move on to more health. If I want more health, I go for this admin edge. For more damage, I go for this admin edge right here, which obviously does help you survive in the early game to mid game stages of the fight, even though it's got high spending upgrades on these cards. Then we have the Shadow Scrolls, and we have 3 of them, mates, with insane amounts of damage. All the idea is to pump up as much damage as possible. And the initial stacks of this card is 6 power, 2 ability pen, and the full upgrade bonus of being 4 ability pen. We talked about this card being bloody broken on this character when the hero overview did come out. I suggest that this card should be used in everyone's deck, and it looks like everyone is using it, so that's great to see. 3 major strikes on this card, followed up by the rest as well, having the exact same component. If I'm trying to go for the damage aspect, obviously depending on my final build, some of these Shadow Scrolls won't be used because I have 2 of these admin edges instead, if I want that health upgrade on my character. So that's how it goes, followed up by the idea of using a active Ash of the Witch, Nature's Muse, Necroveil, and this is something that we will continue when we come back from the next game, because I want to try and play a game of Morigesh, so I'll be back with you guys in maybe 40 minutes from now, and then we can obviously continue that part of the video. Mates, we are back, and as you can see right now in the chat, there's a lot of GGs and a lot of things here and there. People saying nicely done, and just my phone went with a notification. Let's turn that off. We just had a game of Morigesh, and it was just wild with this build. It was insane. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to keep it for another video, hopefully talk about it, maybe analyze that play, and go through every component of this character, and see how strong she is, because my god, we wrecked that last game as Morigesh. Let's get back to our build, and let's showcase that. Where's our decks? There we go, Morigesh. And let's see the build. I think we're up to the unique actives. Yes, I think that's what we're up to. Okay, so Ash of the Witch is a unique active with the initial stats of 12 power. The unique passive of being as slow on ability hits. Enemies hit by abilities are slowed by a minus 150 max movement speed for 1 second. This effect cannot occur more than once every 2 seconds. This is really great because obviously you're having some type of CC within your kit, and this hero doesn't have any type of CC, and having an ability that does ticking damage for the maximum amount of 12 seconds or 8 to 12 seconds depending if you've cursed that target. This can tick at least 4 to 6 times, around that much, which is obviously really good. For every 2 seconds, it will tick 1 second minus 150 movement speed slow, which is obviously really great, and it does help with catching up to opponents and obviously destroying them. And for some reason, we have a Nature's Muse card in here, and we don't have obviously the full upgrade bonus, which is the active that we need to make this card actually useful. So kind of awkward there, but most likely I'll delete this card right after this. I think I was working on the deck while getting to a game as well, so that was kind of awkward. 2 games ago before this actual video started. Necroveil is another card that I wanted to take into account, which has initial stacks of ability pen and power, unique passive on play kill, enter the shadow plane for 3 seconds, which is obviously a great benefit. I have some ideas about this deck, maybe chucking in another Shadow Scroll or another Adamant Edge with 6 points to get rid of this Nature Muse card and obviously use that as a replacement. Because either way, at the end of the game, I need one card that's a unique active or has a 6-point card to obviously get rid of Nature's Muse or replace one of these cards as the final in-game build. Which is something that I have taken into account, guaranteed, in the future. But right now, it just starts like this. I want to explain how we go the start of the game into the late game stages. So straight away you get the cast token ×2, health pod, that's your start. Followed up by the early game Adamant Edge or your choice of a Guardian Ward or Sage Ward depending on the situation. If you need more vision, you go for the ward items. If you don't, then you obviously go for more damage and more health out of your Adamant Edge, which is really great. Then you come to the wards and you can choose which ward you want, more health, more damage, your choice, depending on your situation and the person your laner gets, because that's obviously the main focus. You have to destroy your laner in order to destroy the enemies against you. So that's what we're trying to do here with these warding items. Then we have the Adamant Edges of power and health. One has more health, one has more power, depending on the situation. I could have both, and then obviously take out the Shadow Scrolls. But I love the Shadow Scrolls because they help so much and they give you so much potential to delete people off the map. So Shadow Scrolls are guaranteed, something I always take into account and always keep for the final build, guaranteed towards the end game stages. Mid to end game, I try to get the majority of this stuff done. Shadow Scrolls with 3 major strikes, which obviously pack crap loads of damage mates. And then at some point of the game, I could use a Blink Charm, which is one of our consumables, to obviously survive from early to mid game, even late game. People trying to destroy me, but majority of the time I don't try to take the Blink Charm into the late game because it does not fit into my build, because this character is squishy naturally and she does have high amounts of damage, so why not use the damage side more often. And if you do get caught, obviously sad, but if you know how to play properly and your positioning is alright, you should be able to survive a majority of fights because of your E ability or your escape ability, the movement speed, plus the health regen, which helps our crowd a bit with sustain and obviously escaping from bad situations. And I can choose whatever stage I want, the Ash of the Witch, or the Necroveil, depending on the situation. If I want to get more invisible, and just kill someone, then go invis, and then kill someone else and go invis, Necroveil is the best card for that. Just like a whole bunch of outplay potential, but if they're warding around the whole map, this card becomes obviously useless because they'll be able to see you, and then the purpose of this card is completely irrelevant. Then Ash of the Witch will come in, and it's really great. I think something I need to adjust in this build is obviously Nature's Muse being deleted. We don't want that. We're going to put another Shadow Scroll or Adamant Edge that's worth 6 points. And I think I might get rid of one of the warding items or one of the Adamant Edges as the end game. Like as a future thing for this build. Because I feel like that's greater. Like a more important factor. To have a different 6-point card which I can use anytime that I want. And it obviously can be taken to the late game stages without getting affected. Because the only 6-point cards I have, obviously, are 2 wards and 1 Adamant Edge. I will get this card guaranteed. I could even keep this card to the late game instead of switching it out for these cards, which still works. Yeah, I think that's the better option. I'll keep that to the final game. So hopefully that helps you understand my mindset when I'm making builds, because obviously when it comes to certain characters that are more complex, like this character is pretty straightforward. Just go some damage and ability penetration and you should be in a decent position. But then it comes down to your actual skill and how you play this character and how much fun are you having on it. Because that is one important factor. People forget about the fun aspect of a character. If you're not having fun, you're not going to be able to play as well as you are when you're having fun on the character. Like right now, I'm having so much fun on the character and I'm performing really great on the character. So that's really bloody amazing. So obviously we're going to be able to have more games with this character and see if this build actually puts up. Because the last 2 games I've used this build, the success rate has been through the roof. But the other game, or my first game when I used the default build, or pretty much the default caster build, just to see how it works, it was kind of trashy. So don't use that default build. You have to make yourself a build, and hopefully this does help you make that build. A quick little scroll up and down of the build so you guys can get a final look, and that is it. But mates, as always, I want to know your thoughts on this video. What do you think about it? Would you be taking this build into your gameplay and hoping to destroy all your enemies with one curse, and obviously just destroy them like that? Because that's what we've been doing. There's a lot of kill stealing, but hey, it's part of the lock-on ability type of thing. She's amazing. This build is amazing in my opinion. It works really well. I think it's one of the best builds. And obviously, I think everyone's got the same idea on the build. Like, I can say it's the best build. In my opinion, it's my best build. Like, I enjoy playing it. I enjoy using it for Morigesh. So, obviously, I'll keep it and keep working on it if I need to change things here and there. Because, obviously, builds do change constantly, depending on the situation. In this case, this is pretty set and obviously will not change too much. Only little things here and there. Tell me your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section down below. So mates, if you did enjoy this video, show us by smashing that blind like button. Let's try to get 200 likes on this video. And if you mates want to see more Paragon gaming content and Paragon gaming news and gaming content in general on my channel, all you have to do is share this with your friends and hit the subscribe button to become a mate today. And also mates, you can turn on notifications by hitting that little bell button next to the subscribe button to give the chance to become one of the first mates on the channel up to date with my gaming content. And that is all for this video. Oh, time's good, but don't you worry. We're back very soon. Hey, Jats boys, you guys ain't seen nothing yet. Oh my god, guys, I can't wait. After I upload these 2 videos, I'm jumping into a game straight away playing Morigesh. Or even when I'm editing my video, I'm going to be playing Morigesh. She's so bloody insane, mates.